Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, it sure is, folks. G'day, you mad bastards. Welcome along. No Jase, no Mike, just Keyzie, because they're on holiday and I'm the backbone of this operation. And without me, this whole damn ship would sink. Now, at this time of the hour, we like to know where you are, what you're wearing. Text me on 3483 because we do have plenty of BK vouchers to hand out willy-nilly to those of you that do make the effort to text in. Also, more best of the Big Show moments coming up soon, thanks to producer Pugs, and another chance for you to win a double pass to see Alt-J, who are playing in Auckland this coming Tuesday. Actually, give me a call on 0800 Hodaki as soon as you hear an old J tune, and you could get your hands on that double pass. In the meantime, this one's for you, Jase. Green Day, When I Come Around, Kickstart My Heart coming up next, and some Foo Fighters as well. It is the Hodaki Big Show.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Radio Hodaki presents Alt-J live.
Yes, Alt-J are coming back to New Zealand, folks. This coming Tuesday, in fact, they are playing Spark Arena in Auckland, and we've got a double a day to give away every single day this week. I want you to give me a call on 0800 Hodaki as soon as you heard an Alt-J song. The phone line's lit up. Let's see who we've got. Hodaki, who am I speaking to?
Hi, you're speaking with Jenny.
Jenny, where are you calling from, mate?
Calling from Auckland.
Oh, right. Sorry, is it Jenny or Jenny?
Jenny.
Oh, Jenny, cool, man. And what do you do for a living?
I work in a lab.
Oh, a lab. Shit. Right, okay. Like, what kind of lab is it? Is it like microbiology, that sort of thing?
No, calibration lab. We calibrate pressure and temperature instruments.
Holy cow, that sounds like some high-level stuff that my tiny brain wouldn't be able to wrap itself around. Tell you what, Jenny, are you keen to go along to that Old J concert?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Cool. Who would you take with you?
Probably my husband.
Oh, cool. What's his name?
Andrew.
Ah, Andrew and Jenny. Sound like a great couple. You know what, Jenny? You can have those tickets, mate. Have a great time, all right?
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries at all. You hold the line. Producer Pugs will sort you out. Have a great time at that concert.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Keyzie.
Oh, no worries, Jenny. Thanks for listening, mate. Oh, Kickstart My Heart. Bit of Motley Crue action now. Fooey's up next and more best of the Big Show. And if you are gutted you missed out on that double pass, don't worry. Another one to give away tomorrow and the next day. Not the day after that, because it's Saturday. Don't be stupid.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Eminem, Lose Yourself. Big tune for a Wednesday afternoon. It is the Big Show. Keyzie here and Pugs as well. Jason Mike returning on Monday. In the meantime, another Best of the Big Show special. Pugs, what clip have you got for us today, mate? And do I feature in it at all?
Thanks for asking there, Chris. No, you won't be in this best bit of the Big Show.
That's weird.
Look, I know we like to joke around a lot on this show, but it was actually really nice to have a moment where we talked about something that was a little more serious for once. A major health issue facing a lot of men today that isn't talked about enough. We really brought it to light.
Oh, wow.
Hey, some breaking news, actually.
Well, it's pretty old now. We're a bit
old
here
yeah.
to be fair, but I don't know if you know old Prince Harry. What's his name? Harry, yeah. He's just got his new book out. They're sort of on an international tour.
Yes.
It's an expose of sort of life as a royal. A lot of interesting things come out. And one of those is that Prince Harry, or Captain Ginge, he was known as in the Air Force there, the Navy or whatever it was, he revealed he attended his brother's wedding, future King and Queen of England they are, William and Kate.
William and Kate.
Wedding. He had a frostbitten penis. His penis had been bitten by the frost, and it's sort of something. I really want to credit. No matter what you think about the fellow, I think we should congratulate former Prince Harry. Oh, the prince formerly known as Prince Harry is now just Harry, isn't he?
Yeah.
So we should congratulate him because this is a little known thing that happens amongst men. It's sort of like urinal politics where you have people, women obviously don't know what goes on in the urinal.
Yes.
And how there's a politics around where you stand the order you stand and all that sort of thing.
And all that sort of stuff.
And the same goes with this, and this is sort of the final frontier. It's actually extremely common.
Yes.
For men to have frostbitten penis or testicles or scrotum, I guess. And it's something that happens all the time. And so I think it's quite good that it actually is coming out into the open because it just doesn't seem right that that it's not known about, I guess.
Yeah, sure. And can I just say, Mogi, kia kaha to him, first and foremost. And you're right. Sorry. It's one of the... we've all been there.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
And, and seriously, in terms of bringing it to the public awareness, I think it took some courage. Because I've been there. I know you've been there.
Man, many times.
And it's not something that we find it easy to talk about. Hence the huge delay in the conversation we're having right now.
Yeah, well, it does make you tear up a bit, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah,
It is, it's the sort of thing, and it happens in a myriad different ways. I remember when I went skiing, you know that movie Dumb and Dumber, and you see old Jim Carrey there, he licks the ski lift pole. You remember that bit?
Yes,
and his tongue gets stuck on it, and his mate has to pull him. When I say pull him off, I mean pull his tongue off the old pole there.
Yeah.
When I say pole, I mean the ski lift pole. And that same thing happened to me, except I sort of went bumper to bumper up against the old pole there like that.
Yeah,
you just think, well, what's it going to be like? And no good. And so that was that. I got frostbite off that. And that was actually why I had to have my emergency circumcision.
Yeah. I was doing a bit of skiing too, and I didn't dress correctly for the conditions. I'd never been skiing before, Pugs. I'd never been in the snow and in the ice and so forth.
We don't have a garden, Pugs.
We're trying to make this an okay topic to talk about, Pugs.
And then you're just driving them straight back into the closet.
It's a safe space.
It's all good. And I was out in the snow for hours, Mogi. Went back to the chateau and into the bar there and got myself... a beersy and sat down on the seat there, and the old bloody scroachy shattered like a chandelier on a concrete floor, mate.
Yeah.
And it was just bits of testy everywhere.
Yeah.
Your whole
testicle, yes, Pugs.
Shattered.
That's why I'm known as One Bull Hoity J. Yeah. So, you're right. It is an issue that I feel like good on him for bringing it up. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
And making it okay to talk about.
That's right. Right.
Because I guarantee you, Pugs, that 90% of the male listeners out there know exactly what we're talking about.
Text us in 3483 and let us know how you got frostbite on your downstairs, your penus.
The big show back in full from Monday. In the meantime, folks, get ready to call on 0800 Hodaki. Wage Against the Machine coming up next. Your chance to win some cash.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
It's time to wage against the machine. Bring in the name of...
It certainly is time to wage against the machine. Your daily, twice daily chance actually to win some cash thanks to your good old mates at Radio Hodaki. First we do it at 8:30 every morning on the Hodaki Breakfast Show. We then do it 4:30 as part of the big show. And just because Jase and Mike aren't here doesn't mean old Keyzie's not going to give away some cash. Let's go to the line, see who we've got. Archie, you mad bastard. Where are you calling from, mate?
Keyzie. I'm calling from Waiheke Island, bro.
Oh, beautiful Waiheke Island. What do you do for a crust over there, Archie?
I'm a builder.
Oh, huge backbone. That's the most limp backbone you're going to get, by the way, because it's just me here in the studio yelling it. But Archie, tell me, mate, do you know how to play Wage Against the Machine?
Yeah, I've got a fair idea, but go ahead and explain to me anyway.
I'll just do that radio thing where I ask you and then explain it to you anyway. Well, basically, mate, you're going to hop in the machine there. The machine's going to tell you an hourly rate. Sorry, no, the machine's going to go through hours. It's going to go 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. You've got to say stop before the machine sacks your ass. Otherwise, you will get fired and you will get no cash, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Sweet as, mate. And the hourly rate today, it's a good one, $60 an hour. Are you ready to play?
Absolutely, let's do it.
All right, Archie from Waiheke, mate. Time to jump inside the machine.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours.
What?
Stop. 4 hours. Archie. Playing it. Yeah, nice work, mate. You've got yourself $240 there, man. How good?
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
Oh, bloody oath, mate. Now, you played it relatively safe there. I think 4 hours is sort of about in the middle of where we've been getting to lately. How about we have a listen back and see how much you could have won, all right?
Okay.
5 hours. 6 hours. 7 hours. 8 hours.
Left a bit of cash on the table there, Archie. You better tell you what, mate. $240, not too bad, eh?
Not too bad at all. Thanks a lot, guys. Awesome.
No worries at all, Archie. You hold the line, mate. Pugs will sort you out in Studio B there. And if you're listening and thinking, damn it, I want some free cash, good news. We'll be back again tomorrow, 8:30am and 4:30pm, and the day after that as well. Your best bet, leave it on Radio Hodaki and call 0800 Hodaki when we tell you to. Some She Hard for you now. Comfort Me. The Cure up next and more Best of the Big Show.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
She Hard, Comfort Me on the Hodaki Big Show. Just Keyzie, Jase and Mike are back Monday. In the meantime, every show we've ever done available wherever you get your podcasts from. We're running a bit of an archive there. And speaking of which, Producer Pugs, you've spent more time in the archive than anyone, mate. You found us another best of moment. What have you got for us now?
Yeah, look, yesterday we revisited a special moment at your wedding that went viral on TikTok. A little spew incident there. We won't get into it now. But I thought it only fair that we then also revisit the same night when Jase and Mike left you a drunk voicemail.
Just in the last break there, heard the debacle of the Keyzie speech at his wedding, and it's going massive on TikTok.
Once again, I don't remember it playing out like that.
I'm not surprised you don't remember, Keyzie.
Right.
I mean, doing a power chunder at your wedding there, and your big moment, your big speech in front of the in-laws there, not a good look.
No, well, can I just say I wasn't the only one massively steamed on that Saturday night, by the way. You guys rang me and left me a message.
Yeah.
I managed to get Pugs to get the audio. Do you want to hear that? Do you want to hear how steamed you guys are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You mad bastard, yeah. Hey? Hey, look, we just thought we'd give you a call, man, and just say congratulations. We're really stoked for you getting married. What a huge occasion for an absolute backbone.
Massive backbone, Keyzie, you are, mate, and hope you're having a really great day. And here, the weather down there is great. It's a pretty shit house up here, but no, that's great, mate. And hopefully it's all going to plan and everything's sort of sorted, and you're having a really good time down there with all your friends and that.
Yeah, I mean, we would have loved to have been there, but of course, we weren't invited.
Yeah, no, not invited, Keyzie.
We don't want to come anyway.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Keyzie.
Anyway, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, it's all good.
Sweet as, dickhead.
Yeah, no, it's fine, Keyzie.
Yeah.
You enjoy yourself, mate. Don't get too pissed.
See you on Tuesday week, big man.
Yeah, good on you, Keyzie.
Husband.
Unless Pugs takes over. Hey? Yeah, he's doing good, old Pugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? That's an absolute shambles of a voicemail.
How so?
What do you mean?
Well, you're both clearly off your face.
Hear what you want to hear, Keyzie.
Clearly really jealous that I was at the wedding.
If you're trying to in some way minimise the debacle of your speech there, it's not going to happen, Keyzie. Straight as an arrow.
We were
sober as a church.
We were in the pokey room of some pub out west there, weren't we,
Yeah,
Jase?
we were, mate. Yeah.
We might have had a couple of Alka-Seltzers. We might have had a couple of shandies. And I think we're entitled to on a Saturday night after a hard week of being top radio DJs.
I just think it's...
You don't get hammered.
Totally, yeah.
One of the places you don't get hammered is at your wedding before you give the speech. After you give your speech, sure. But I guess, that's just the way you play ball.
Well, look,
the way you roll, Keyzie.
Sure, me maybe being too steamed at my own wedding to not give a speech is a bit of a debacle, but
well,
the fact
you gave a speech, but you did a power bomb in your speech.
You guys hanging out together, getting really steamed in a pokey room, and then at 3 a.m. thinking, oh no, we'll call Keyzie, because all we do is think about Keyzie, we'll leave him a message, and then you come across as really jealous that you guys weren't there.
Oh, boy.
What's the saddest out of those two?
There's a lot of sadness there for sure. It's just not the sadness you're thinking of, I think, Keyzie.
Dear, oh dear.
Got some more coverage too, actually, which we'll play tomorrow. I think too much of it, and people will just be like, "Geez, what a shambles!"
I actually feel sick listening.
I hope it's not.
Yeah,
when I shit myself during the ceremony.
Yeah.
The big show back in full from Monday. Just like heaven, it is The Cure. And as I said, check out our podcast, every show we've ever done, and every single outro as well. And all this week, Producer Pugs is doing not only best of moments of the big show in podcast form, but also best of podcast outro moments. Hodaki Big Show, give it a search.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
That does it for the 4 o'clock hour, folks. Coming up after some news and sports headlines, we'll have more best of the big show moments. Also, just realised yet again that I forgot to read out some text as to where everyone is and what they're wearing, yada, 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 and also dish out some BK vouchers too. Let's see what we've got. Shout out to Doug from Christchurch. He's wearing a fedora, a high-vis vest, and Keezie's mum's perfume. Nice. Can of Impulse then. Way to go, mate. That's classy stuff. Just woke up in a flax bush just outside the train station down here in Welly Central, wearing someone's hoodie as pants and smelling fairly questionable. Shout out, mate. Been there before. G'day, Keyzie, you mad bastard. Struggle Street over here would love some BK vouchers. Throw them at me, please. I'll put them to good use. That's from Karen. I'll see how I go, mate. Might also send one out to Snake. It's pissing down with rain in Dunedin. He's wearing soggy work swazzy, freezing his ass off on the building site. Sounds like a backbone. Tell you what, I might hit you with a BK voucher as well. More to come after 5. More BK vouchers too. Also after 6, an interview with Aussie band Teenage Dads. So stick around.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
It's just Keyzie, actually. Jase and Mike currently away on holiday. Well-deserved break for working their butts off 3 hours a day talking on a microphone. They must be absolutely shattered. In the meantime, of course, myself and the rest of the great New Zealanders out there, we are still at work. And I do want to hear from you on 3483. Where are you? What are you wearing? All the usual stuff. Do have BK vouchers to give away, so why not get stuck in? Guns N' Roses knocking on heaven's door. Got a bit of Run DMC and Aerosmith up next. Pearl Jam 2, and another best of the big show moment regarding Jase's interesting New Year's resolution. In the meantime, get around some Guinness. It's the Hodaki Big Show.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Run DMC and Aerosmith walk this way on Radio Hodaki. It is the Big Show with just Keyzie, Mike and Jase back Monday, which means they aren't here to interrupt my favourite segment. Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to? Yeah, it's everyone's favourite segment, actually, not just mine. What are the Warriors up to? Well, they are fresh off a loss to the Newcastle Knights. It wasn't a loss because we sucked. It was a loss because the Knights decided to play their best game of the season on Easter Sunday there. Now, the ACC will be covering every single Warriors game for the rest of the season. And this weekend, 5 o'clock Saturday, we are taking on the North Queensland Cowboys once again. We've beaten them already. They are a team that likes to traditionally start slow. I'm pretty sure if we stick to our guns and play how we have been, we should be able to get a win over them. You'll have me, Adam Whenua Keyzie, and also Tohu Henwood, a.k.a. Di Henwood, doing the commentary there on Sky Sport 9. Make sure you do check it out. A few injury worries, though, for the Warriors. Tohu Harris, our main man, our big captain, the guy who goes the full 80 every week and leads by example, he's been named in the team, but he was named last week and then was pulled out at the last minute because of a knee issue. There is every chance that could happen again. We are without a few players, Marata Niukore, a whole lot of signings like Mitch Barnett as well, and we lost Tamaiti Martin for 6 to 8 weeks because he's fractured his leg. He is in the halves with Sean Johnson. So that means they've made a change. One of the Bald brothers, Dylan Walker, who usually comes off the bench and provides spark, he is starting in Tamaiti's spot. I think that is the best option for the Wars right now. I think we're playing fantastic, exciting footy. I think we're defending our asses off, and I think we will get a win over the Cowboys, although it'll be, if you were to put a bet on it, I'd say it'll be between 1 and 12 points, certainly not 13 plus. God, that's a good segment. You know what, Pugs? Package that up, send it off to the Radio Awards, mate. Just me talking about the Waz for 2 minutes straight. How good. Here's some Franz Ferdinand.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Talking heads, take me to the river. It is the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie and also producer Pugs filling in for Mike and Jase. He'll be back on Monday. The full squad will be back together. In the meantime, though, Pugs, you've been deep in the Big Show archives, mate. You've got another best of moment for us. What have we got today?
Mate, I've been wrist deep. Now, did you have any New Year's resolutions this year?
No, I completely forgot they existed, to be honest.
Yeah, cool. I was going to ask how they were tracking, but I can't do that now. But we were talking New Year's resolutions earlier in the year when you got back from your break, and Jase had a really special one.
We're talking New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Minogies, what are you doing? Giving up the vapes.
And the ciggies.
And the ciggies. And the ciggies. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I've got a New Year's resolution, and I am... Yes, resolute. But before I get into that, what are the people saying on their resolutions on 3483?
Someone here's resolution is to stop writing off cars. They've crashed 3 last year and it's cutting into their beer money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as it does.
This one here, though, Keyzie, what about this one? I told myself I wouldn't listen to the Big Show. Dreaming. Buggered that up already.
Good luck with that, fella.
2 days in.
Yeah, totally.
Someone here's New Year resolution is to organise for Keyzie and Jase to have a fight in a cage.
In the cage.
We got to have that, actually, because I've been training up a storm.
Have you got life insurance and all that?
Storm over the Christmas holidays, mate. I'm in great shape. No, my New Year's resolution, by the end of this year, I want to reach a point where I can totally give up the adult diapers.
What do you mean totally?
Well, because... as you know, I've been running the diaper for a couple of years now.
Well, daily? I didn't know that.
Well, it's not something that I share with the public generally, Keyzie, but I'm sick and tired of it. I want to get control of my urethra, and I don't want to be dribbling anymore. And
urethra.
Yes. I'm tired of it, and it's time for me to look after myself a little bit better. So I'm doing yoga. I'm at the gym, and it's absolutely my goal that by the end of the year I'm adult diaper free.
Hey, can I just congratulate you, mate? Because I think the best way to go with these resolutions is actually to make it public.
Thank you.
It puts a little bit more pressure on yourself and people knowing what's going on. So this way, you put this out in the public domain. If anybody sees you in the aisles at Pack and Save and there you are loading up your trolley again with your adult diapers, they go, hang on a minute, Hoity J, what's going on, man? I thought you were trying to give this up. So, everybody becomes your sort of your ally there to keep you in check, to keep you on the straight and narrow. Pretty bloody good, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Kudos.
Thank you.
Kudos.
And you're exactly right, because by putting it out there, you're making the rest of the community your support team.
Yeah.
I was talking to my therapist, and we were talking about the issues that I have.
Yeah.
And what my biggest issue was the sort of embarrassment I feel about my adult diaper usage.
Yeah, weak bladder.
And I've got to be honest with you, mate. When I wake up every morning and my wife comes over to my side of the bed and takes off my diaper and gives me a wipe, and then puts on a fresh one.
Talcum powder?
Oh, she does do talc. Yeah,
it's bad for your skin.
If I get a bit chafy,
yeah,
and it's like, actually, no, this isn't your responsibility. This is my responsibility.
Oh,
and I've got to own this.
Yeah.
So that's one of my New Year's resolutions.
Great.
And thank you, Mike, for your support.
Yeah. Well, look, it's absolutely my pleasure, mate. And it's hard because I had a lot of time in the adult diaper as well, obviously. And for me, it wasn't that I had a weak bladder like you do, and you're doing little spurts every now and again. You couldn't control it.
Well, it was more that I'd do a wee and then I'd wander off and I hadn't finished.
Yeah, that's part of it as well. You put it away before you're done, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You start before you get it out, all that sort of thing. Not good. For me, it was just a convenience thing, because oftentimes I'd be sitting down watching the TV. Let's say the chase is on. And I want to see what's happening in the final chase there, so I just shat myself.
Yeah. Kia kaha.
Don't kia kaha. Yes, nice, mature New Year's resolutions there from Jason Hoyt. How's he going so far on his resolution? No idea. We'll hopefully find out Monday when him and Minogue are both back. In the meantime, though, Producer Pugs is putting together Best of the Big Show podcast, which are going up every day. Also, Best of the Podcast outro as well. So search Hodaki Big Show, wherever you get your podcasts from, and not only will you find those, you'll also find every show we've ever done. Now, coming up shortly, some Chili's, some Hello Sailor, and some Offspring as well. So stick around.
Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Hello, Sailor. It's Gutter Black on the Hodaki Big Show. Keyzie here and Producer Pugs, who's been deep in the archive finding us Best of the Big Show moments. Pugs, I see this one is marked The Last of Us. What can you tell me about it?
Yeah, smash hit TV show, but created quite an internal stir here in the Hodaki Big Show team. I believe it was while you were away. It was one case of Jason bandwagoning his opinion onto the back of Mike's on a particular episode of the show.
You won't know this, Keyzie, but old Mogi and I had a bit of a disagreement on this segment last week.
Oh, we did too.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Just regarding the third episode of The Last of Us.
Oh,
And,
yes.
On Neon.
to what I was saying was the third episode was outstandingly good. Mogi seems to think otherwise.
I thought, see, now we watched it on separate days. Jase watched it first, came in the next day. He was like, oh, yeah, no, I thought it was good. It was good. The wife and I, we liked it.
That's
Which
weird.
to me sounded like,
Yeah.
no, I'm a bit, there's some of the content I'm not too happy with
Feel
there,
like-
but I don't know
yeah,
how I
okay.
feel about it. Then I watched it, came in the next day, and said, this is one of the best pieces of television I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
And then Hoyty Joe was like, yeah, absolutely it is. So once I was saying that I liked it, then he was sort of a lot more assertive about it. But we got old Pugs, that legend. God,
he's
I
good,
miss
isn't
him, man.
He's a machine, and he.
Well, he's just there. I mean,
I know,
it's
but
not
it's
that great.
just good to give him
just
a
a run-of-the-mill producer.
Anyway,
a bit of a butt pat.
I got him to draw to bring up the old the audio from when you first talked about it, Jase.
Oh, yeah.
Just to prove once and for all. So let's have a listen to that.
I watched it.
One of the all-time great pieces of television.
It was really
Shit.
and it was based around a love story.
Yeah.
Really
Awful.
and it was a love story between.
I don't want to know. You don't say anything.
Can I say?
know. Two people.
And it was actually very
Bad. Oh, yeah, right.
and I
Hated it.
and it was kind of a divergence from where they'd been,
Right.
You know, on the path that they were on. So I went, oh, and my wife and I were like, that was
Not really my jive. Just bad.
Ah.
fair cop, man.
Yeah. So there you go. That's how I
Fair
remembered it.
Yeah, fair cop. It's amazing, isn't it? Because you think you remember what you were saying,
Yeah.
but hands in the air, my bad. You're totally right. I dissed it.
The Big Show will be back in full from Monday, folks. In the meantime, check out the potties. Every show we've ever done available for you there. Just search Hodaki Big Show. Gone away. This is The Offspring. The car's up next.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
It is almost 6 o'clock, folks, which means we do have to pause for some news and some sports headlines. Get your head around what's happening in the world, why don't you? When we return, though, more Best of the Big Show moments, courtesy of Producer Pugs. We've also got Aussie band Teenage Dads coming in for a bit of a yarn, playing their new track, Hey Diego, ahead of their tour they're doing of New Zealand. Starting in Auckland tomorrow, then going down to Wellington, then finishing up on Saturday in Christchurch as well. I will have a double pass to give away to that gig, or any of those gigs, actually. So make sure you do stick around on the Hodaki Big Show.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
It's more of a medium show today. Jase and Mike are away back on Monday. They're on holiday because they're knackered, but hey, don't worry, Keyzie will work through. He'll even pick up a couple of extra hours early every day and start at 2 o'clock. Man, that guy's a backbone. Keyzie here, by the way. Coming up next, more Best of the Big Show, more BK vouchers to give away, a little What's on the Tally with Mike Minogue, except for, guess what? No Mike Minogue. We're going to do it without him. Also, Aussie band Teenage Dads coming in to play their new tune and have a bit of a yarn ahead of their tour of New Zealand over the next few days. Free double passes to give away to those gigs as well, so do stick with us. In the meantime, Space Hog. The song's called In the Meantime as well. That was not meant to be a pun, but it just was. Oh, brilliant radio.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
The Black Keys Everlasting Light on the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie. Don't forget Teenage Dad's Aussie band in shortly to not only play their new tune, also to discuss their tour they're about to go on. But right now, we're going to rip into some more best of the Big Show moments. Producer Pugs is in from Studio B. What have you got for us now, Pugs?
A real twist of a chapter in the saga of the Master of Love that is Jason Hoyt. He's a massive romantic, but things were a little different for Valentine's Day this year when he decided he wasn't celebrating it.
Hey, we're talking Valentine's Day. Mogi sorted himself out this morning, which is good on you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
And they often say, don't they, you got to first and foremost take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look after number one.
Exactly.
Can we just clarify, he's talking about making breakfast for himself?
I made breakfast for myself,
Yeah.
and then I gave her a
breakfast
peck
too.
on the missus a peck on the cheek. I said, "Happy Valentine's Day."
Yeah, nice,
And
mate.
gave her one of those, those noogies where you rub your knuckles across her head. She's like, I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff.
What did you do, man?
Well, it's funny actually. We chose not to celebrate Valentine's Day this year because it was a bit of a debacle last year. Last year, I think I told you fellas about this. I said to my wife, "No cooking tonight. There'll be no labour, no dishes, none of that."
That's
jazz.
like you giving yourself a present.
I'm taking you out for a treat. We're going on the town to have a dinner.
A nice supper.
Yeah, a beautiful. We went to a lovely restaurant, and I don't know if I told you about this years and years ago when we first started courting.
Oh, yeah.
My wife and I. One of the things we used to love to do was go out to dinner and do a runner.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
was
yeah.
we'd go and have a dinner, and we had a system. One of us would take all the gear and go into the toilet, like the bag,
Like
and
the
phones,
drugs.
and then leave, and then the other one would eventually leave, and we'd just meet up sort of down the alley, and it was kind of fun and sexy, and would make love afterwards and stuff like that. But anyway, so I thought, God, that'd be good. Let's reenact that those times, those sexy young times. And so I took her out to the dinner, went to this flash place, man. And anyway,
plates?
they had plates, knives and forks, napkins.
Oh, hell.
They had like more than one knife and fork too.
Oh, like a salad fork.
Knives and forks.
and different spoons and that.
Far out.
So anyway, the time came, we finished the meal. I grabbed the bag and the phones and the wallet and stuff and just sort of slipped. I said to my wife, I'm going to the toilet. And that was all good. Went to the toilet, took off, and ran down the street. And it was like, yeah, boy. Just hadn't quite formulated and communicated the plan to my wife, you see. And she was sitting there wondering what was going on. And I hadn't actually told her that it was going to do a runner.
Yeah.
And so I did a runner. And ironically, she ended up, because she didn't have a phone or her wallet, ended up having to stay in the restaurant doing the dishes all night to pay for the meal.
You said that actually she ended up doing 6 months in Remo.
She did do some time for it, yeah. She wasn't actually in Remo for long, but she did a lot of community service.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which she hated.
Because she was on remand, while she was going through the courts.
She had one of those bracelets on as well.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a debacle. So this year we just went, hey, let's just flag it. Let's not try and be romantic and all that stuff. I love you and all that jazz.
Yeah.
We can make out tonight, maybe.
I mean, you don't have to. There's got to be a middle ground between robbing a restaurant and then just maybe getting her a present.
Keyzie, the thing about it is, and I get sick of this kind of chat, restaurants make an absolute fortune.
Do
man.
they?
They don't miss a couple of meals here and there.
I thought it was real tough to
Can
do.
I just make the point? The corkage at this place costs more than my weekly groceries.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I'm
how
not paying
flash
that,
it
man. I'm not
was.
paying that.
Yeah, no way. I'll give you corkage.
Yeah, you want to give me corkage? Well, you're not here right now because you're on holiday and I'm here at work, so I guess I'm winning. Anyway, the big show back in full force come Monday. In the meantime, if you want anything audio-wise, just check out every show we've ever done, available wherever you get your podcasts from. And up next here on the Hodaki Big Show, Teenage Dads all the way from Australia coming in to play a new tune and have a bit of a chat as well.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
It is Queens of the Stone Age. No one knows on the Hodaki Big Show. No Jase or Mike this evening. Keysie's still here though because I'm the backbone of the show, and so much so that I've decided to even do a full-blown band interview, which is something we don't often do on the show. All the way from Australia, please, a warm round of New Zealand applause Yeah, thanks, New Zealand. I can hear you doing it. For Geordie, Vinny, Con, and the Gus Man. These 4 wonderful blokes, they make up a great Aussie band called Teenage Dads. Lads, welcome to New Zealand.
Hello.
Yep. Now, this isn't your first time being here, right? But you must have enjoyed it last time, so you're back again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really. No, it's nice here. The air's better, I reckon. I was saying that to Vin earlier.
Had a bit of a rough start last time, but
Oh, what happened?
I had like really bad food poisoning on the way here.
Oh, right. Is that from Aussie or from New Zealand?
No, from Aussie.
Yeah, knew
I
it.
projectile vomited on the plane, as we touched down.
had to declare it at customs. You
Really?
can't- Yeah. I plan on bringing food poisoning into the country.
Yeah.
See, this is why we don't want you Aussies coming to New Zealand. You're bringing your stuff with you.
Yeah.
Your food poisoning. What was it? Did you narrow it down?
I think it was a steak.
A steak.
No, you had the seafood at the pub,
Oh,
wasn't it?
no, you're right. It was seafood. Calamari and stuff.
When Jord was vomiting and we didn't get the vomit bag to him in time, but we got recognised on the plane. So I was like, oh, it's Teenage Dads.
I'm just sitting there dripping and crying and going, yeah, cool. This is good as.
Yeah, that sums things up.
That's the guy.
Actually, who is looking after the kids if you guys are all here?
No one.
No one, no kids.
Unsupervised.
I just gave him an iPad.
But no kid. Yeah, iPads.
That's the way, isn't it? A lot of my friends, because I'm 31 now, which is probably quite old to you boys, but a lot of my mates are starting to have kids, and they're like, my kids aren't going to have iPads. And I'm like, bullshit.
No, they're going to get it immediately. As soon as they like get stressed out at all and they don't know how to parent, they're just going to be like,
here, Flappy Bird. Wait, that's not a thing anymore.
Watch that new movie Megan on the plane on the way over, where it's like lady gives her daughter an AI doll.
The horror one.
Yeah, it wasn't not much horror in it.
horrific.
We were waiting for more kills, but it just wasn't happening. It was very boring.
So a bloodthirsty group then. You want more killing.
Yeah.
When the plane landed, it was just like, oh, come on, I just want one more kill.
Fair enough. Now, you guys are about to actually rip into 3 straight days. You've got tomorrow night, which is the Thursday. You're going to be at the Tuning Fork, great spot up here in Auckland. Then Wellington, Friday night at Meow, great spot. And then Saturday, you're at Loons in Christchurch, great spot. 3 shows back to back. You guys got good stamina? That's no problem for you? Or
That's easy.
It is easy. Last year we did 3 shows on the same day in Sydney,
right?
In Australia.
We did when we came to New Zealand. We did 11 shows straight, and that was across Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and so that's sort of how you have to operate early days, though, right?
Kinda.
And so now you're in that thing where I'm just going to do 3 shows. Sure, they're going to be back to back. And also another thing that I've noticed is you guys are actually in the position now where you get to pick some local acts to pair up with you guys, as opposed to when you start out, you're hoping to be a local act to pair up with, the likes of all the bloody top level Aussie bands that are coming out at the moment. Is that a nice feeling, being able to go, okay, who's good in Wellington? Listen to a few things and then
it's absolutely cool.
Yeah.
We had there was a few bands that like we've come across in our own listening and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's great to also hear like some suggestions, and we even had some bands reach out to us directly.
Yeah.
Asking if they could play along.
Which never happens.
So that's got to be nice, right? Where you're at the point where people are like, can we come play with you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's very very humbling because first headline shows here. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, headlining shows, and to think, last time you're vomiting all over yourself and supporting other acts, and this time you're going the way, you're
just
leading
vomiting on our own support acts.
Yeah, we're vomiting on other people's.
Yeah, good. Well, I mean, if you're in a rock band, you're supposed to vomit after the show and from drinking, not from eating calamari. So you've still got a few things to figure out there. But for everyone listening in New Zealand right now that may not have heard of Teenage Dads, I'm sure they will soon. We've got a tune to play off Midnight Driving, which is your new EP. It's called Hey Diego. Just quickly, first of all, who wrote this song and who the hell's Diego?
I wrote it. I'm Geordie.
Yeah, Geordie wrote it. Yeah. So who's Diego? Is that like a Spanish version of Hey Arnold?
No, I based it on Go Diego Go, the Dora the Explorer spin-off.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I think he's your cousin or brother or something. I don't know.
I was more of a bananas and pajamas guy. Do you ever have that?
Yeah.
Well,
right. That's my jam.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, and I really like Bill and Ben.
Oh, yeah,
Flower Pot Man.
Flower Pot Man, yeah, nice. Okay,
Angus and I used to dress up as them.
Used to dress up
once.
one day.
One time.
Maybe it's just me though.
Right, so you wrote it about Go Diego Go.
Yeah, kind of just like, not caring about what other people tell you to do.
Yeah,
kind of
nice.
vibe.
Adventuring.
Yeah,
sweet.
adventuring, swords and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's play it for the New Zealanders out there right now. It is new from Teenage Dads off their EP, Midnight Driving.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
That is a new tune, Hey Diego, from Teenage Dads on the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie. Jase and Mike are back on Monday, but who cares about that? Because right now in the studio, all the way from Australia, I've got Geordie, Con, Vinny, and Big Gus, the four lads that do make up Teenage Dads, who are about to embark on a New Zealand tour. Lads, you guys, I'm guessing, met each other in high school, so you must have known each other quite well. I guess that sort of helps when you're on tour, right?
We just got pressured into doing this.
Forced into doing it.
Nah,
I was threatening everyone I'd vomit on them if they didn't join the
And
band.
then you did it anyway.
Yeah.
No, we all went to school together.
Right, brilliant.
Yeah.
So you'd all be used to, So how long have you guys known each other? What, 15 years? 10 years?
Probably 12. I've known Vin probably 12 or 13 years, and Angus pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vin and I did Aussie Rules when we were 9.
Yeah.
But then didn't
we
link
weren't
up
really-
again until year 12.
Right.
So it's about,
Yeah.
another 10 years or so later.
How'd you guys go with the footy? Were you all right?
I got knocked out once.
This is
That
the
was
first
pretty
time
sick.
I actually didn't know that you played footy together.
Yeah.
As if you did. Red Legs.
Yeah,
Red Legs. Yeah.
Oh, Red
Vin
Legs, of
only
course.
he did one season and then
Yeah, I played. I was more into my soccer, and then I found the skate park and ditched all ball sports.
Sick, right? Yeah, okay, that's good because New Zealand, if you play, because rugby union's obviously our main thing, rugby league now as well. Actually, AFL starting to creep in, Aussie rules. Sorry, so that's good.
True.
Yeah, a lot of guys, especially getting around Aussie rules, but. If you opted for soccer over those sports, sometimes people were like, "Oh, you just don't want to get tackled,"
Maybe that was it.
I completely empathize with that. I remember I was like, because I was a bit bigger as a kid. I thought, oh, maybe I'll be good at rugby because I was sucked at like Aussie rules because I had no skills at all. I was thinking about getting into it, and then we played rugby with our PE teacher, who just like,
Oh yeah, Razor Ray.
Razor Ray.
No, he just
He
went to. I went to tackle him because I don't know why I guess it was just a power thing where he was like, "Cool, I'm gonna play with a bunch of 14-year-olds and just destroy them." But he
I
just
was
like
there that day. He powered you big time.
he got me in the throat. he like punched me right.
He
in the
throat
throat.
punched you.
And I was like, "Oh, maybe not this one."
Shot Razor Ray, what a legend.
Calling him out.
Nah, he's good, Mr. Bolter. I liked him.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Bolter, Razor Ray. Obviously left a lasting impression on Teenage Dads. It's bloody good.
Oh, jeez.
Now, you guys have just released an EP. I think there's 6 tunes on there. Because you've how many albums have you guys released prior to this?
Just one album, but we've done a few EPs.
That's the thing I'm noticing is it's more about EPs nowadays. Is that like a lazy thing, or is that like a people just want tunes right now?
That's a record label
contract
thing.
thing.
Right,
Contractual
right.
obligations.
Well, when we started, we did an EP and then an album.
And then another EP.
Yeah, and then another one. I guess just because we felt like we had... I wouldn't say out of laziness, just kind of felt like, okay, we've got a good amount of songs.
Yeah.
And maybe the new songs that we're writing don't really fit with
Right.
these ones, so let's just put this out.
So it's a nice little package that goes well on its own.
Yeah.
That's just a trend I've noticed, more EPs and
Oh,
things.
but since signing on to the label and stuff, we've learnt that it is very much a
Singles world.
singles and like
Yeah.
a shorter release world, yeah.
Right,
So-
okay. So it's like drip feeding stuff constantly as opposed to hitting everyone with like 12 songs
Yeah.
every 2 years or
Yeah.
something.
Pretty
Literally.
much, yeah.
Right, okay, well, that's smart. The name of the EP, Midnight Driving, features you guys in a cool 57 convertible Chev. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good, because I'm a car guy, and I was
we
like,
had to hire the car.
Oh,
It was
nice.
an awesome day.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, driving
The
around.
guy was weird.
No,
though.
he was cool.
I don't know.
He was alright. He just didn't really want us like, because we want to like stand around and he's kind of.
Well, it's an expensive car. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
150
totally.
grand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
it was expensive hiring as well. It was like, I don't know, over
was like-
$500 just for like an hour.
Oh, right, and he
It was-
drove it.
Yeah, and he drove
Yeah.
it. And,
Right.
yeah, it was like, oh, can we bring it to where we're from? And there was like, no, you have to meet us an hour from where you live because it's not going that far from home. Okay,
Yeah.
The
cool.
shot, the
Yeah.
shoot was right next to a pub, and it was just so often just asking the guy if we could eat like a beef stroganoff or whatever in his car, just like whatever, just the most like red flag items. It's like, hey, sorry, is it alright if I just eat my like
Spag bol?
Spaghetti in the car.
Well, he would have been like, does anyone have a history of vomiting all the time? No, we're not doing it.
Car had only done like 2,000 kilometres or something.
Probably on that engine.
Nothing.
Any opportunity to squeeze in some car chat, I am there. Shout out to Teenage Dads performing tomorrow night at the Tuning Fork, Friday, Wellington, Meow, and Saturday night, Christchurch at Loons. If you'd like a ticket to that, give me a text 3483. Let me know which one you want to go to and who you want to take with you. You never know, you might get lucky. Here's some Uncle Tom Petty on Radio Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Well, that does it for Wednesday evening, folks, here on the Hodaki Big Show with just Keyzie. More of a medium show, you might say, but don't worry, we'll be back in its big glory. Which doesn't really make sense, but we'll be back come Monday with Jase and Mike as well. In the meantime, do check out our podcasts, every show we've ever done. Just search Hodaki Big Show. And up next, though, the one and only Greg Preble, and he's stacked the playlist. Some Gunners, The Hives, Blur, LMNOP, Akadaka, Hendrix, Tame Impala. It's all looking bloody good, and if you need to get in contact with them, 3483 is the number to text. Catch you tomorrow.